Hey guys, it's Sam. May is coming to an end, surprisingly, and there are a couple of new releases that are going to come out for June and the summer. It's pretty lackluster, but let's look at them together. So I'm just going to be skimming through, of course, Trend-a-Mood, because where else am I going to get my information besides beauty news? But I have to watch them still. I will specifically focus on if there are any indie brands and brands that I personally like. This is gonna be a little biased, but just to not overflow you, overwhelm you with the endless brands that are out there, I'll pretty much just make a list of all the brands that I talk about right here. So if there are any that interest you or that you're also a diehard fan of, then definitely let's see what they're gonna come out with in the summer. I mean, it's not like we're gonna be doing anything. So starting with the last letter in the alphabet, Urban Decay. Now I just saw this one, and it's the Ultraviolet. Honestly, from this image alone, the two different sides look so much fun. Like, they look more vibrant than they do in the palette. I'm not sure if it's just lighting or they upped the saturation on that, but the looks that they have on those two girls look amazing. I may actually pick this up. I originally had the Smoky Naked palette, but I didn't get much pigment from it and I actually ended up throwing it out. It was pretty much the first palette I ever bought, so it was pretty bland. I didn't know what to do with those colors. But this looks like it's fun. I know brands put a lot of browns in palettes that want to be more colorful, but I mean, yeah, I've seen the side with Trippin' and Dazed and etc. endless times, but let's just hope that the actual formula is good. And then jumping to the beginning of the alphabet, Anastasia. Okay. The Norvina 4, is it? Wow, Norvina 4 palette looks kind of pretty. I bought the first one and I have used it once. I wish I could switch the first one that I have with this new one. I feel like the colors are much more workable for me. I love browns. I don't mind browns in palettes because I'm not the most professional makeup user in the world. So I, pretty much would easily pick up this palette, I feel. And even the outside is just a nice pastel pink. Yeah, I personally wouldn't buy this because I already have the first one, but if I could switch out the first one with this one, I definitely would. Okay, so I'm gonna teeter on to the luxury brand makeups. I have like maybe 2 things of luxury makeup, and that's Givenchy and it's on there, Pat McGrath, and then the other most expensive thing I have is like something from Charlotte Tilbury. The Guerlain, I'm so sorry I'm saying that wrong. The Guerlain makeup with the bronzer and the blushes and the meteorites. It's such a cool concept. I don't know if I would know how to use that, but just those colors look so pretty. They look like little planets in there. The packaging looks gorgeous. The terracotta Brazilian beach, that's like exactly where I want to be right now. Yeah, these little compacts look gorgeous, and I love the peach and the brown in there. Oof, looks so pretty. Now going off to another luxury brand. The one that I'm gonna buy. It's Pat McGrath's new Divine Rose palette. Oh god. Alright, so I really wanted the special Mothership V. I'm gonna post a picture of it. I love this. It screams artistry. It screams style. I don't know. It's so pretty. And I feel like I have already decided I'm going to purchase this along with the new lipstick sets that they're going to come out, and probably pick up a concealer. If you guys don't know, I went to a meet and greet with Pat McGrath in New York, and luckily it took 2 hours in the cold in like the middle of January. And I ended up getting the first Divine Rose palette for free because she was giving them out with the meet and greet. And I still have the poster that went with it. She gave us a pink rose and the palette. It was amazing. Like, I didn't even eat lunch during that time. So it was 2 hours waiting, no lunch since I ate breakfast in the morning in the cold. Like, I was just starstruck. So that I live for Pat. I live for the makeup brand. So I'm definitely picking up the Divine Rose too. Those colors look spectacular. It's probably something that I could find at ColourPop. You know, the pink with the gold and the browns isn't anything new, but I love this brand from the bottom of my heart. So I'm gonna support it. It's easy as that. So I've never purchased anything from Lunar Beauty, but I remember seeing those like gem, like moon kind of compacts. I'll post a picture of it. You guys probably know what I'm talking about. Those look gorgeous. And I really wanted to pick them up when they were released, but I ended up going with something else. But this time around, this palette, I think they're blushes. Maybe there's 2 of them. I'll double check with the photos. But the blushes and then the glosses on the darker model look amazing. If it's something that's not going to disappear on my lips or my face, then I'm definitely interested in it. I may hold off and just look out for reviews on it, see people try it out, and then I'll probably pick it up for myself. Okay, so I'm going to go over to beauty news. Because there were a couple of repeat posts in Trendmoo that I'm good on. Morphe Pride collection. A white bottle with the letters in rainbow and the brushes. If you need glitter or more colors in your palette, go ahead. I'm good. What? The heck? Okay, so this isn't really that fair because of Corona. I mean, who's working on things? You know, to be fair, there are probably teams out there that are still working remotely, but I feel like production has really come to a halt because of this. That's probably fact. So, you know, those are the latest things. You know, some things are starting to get out of the woodwork, and just running back actually to April's releases. The ColourPop with Ulta Beauty Collection, the All Things, the Solstice, those look nice. Yeah, I remember that ColourPop. I was checking ColourPop because they had their brushes, like all of them were for $5, and I wanted to pick up some, but so this palette looks really nice. What caught me and my attention is the I Heart Revolution it's scented 3D highlighters. That looked so cute. The strawberry and the peach, and there's the glisten and the glow on that. But it's scented. Oh, it's pretty much like Too Faced kind of vibes, and I got excited there for a minute. Okay guys, I think other than that, there's been a few mascaras, some Maybelline Color Strike eyeshadow pen, I'm good on that. MAC release, Charlotte Tilbury, some brown air brush range, I'm not sure. I only like her blushes. Wow, that's about it. Aside from the cremated palette and Lady Gaga's palette. Lady Gaga's palette, I'm good on blues, I don't need that. But I do love the pops of color, and that excites me for her brand, so I'd want to see more of that. As for the cremated palette, I don't need any whites or blacks or grays, I'm good. What I have been interested in are the bronze and blush cream compacts from Fenty. I know that Fenty constantly do the 20% off with friends and family or just a random sale, so I feel like that's the best time to pick up something from Fenty Beauty if you are looking to get something. I especially want to get, yeah, those two things. Those two things look really cool. And like a new brush probably. Unfortunately, that's it. I mean, why am I surprised? Like, not much is in production. But from what I see, there are a couple of things I'll pick up, and honestly, this just helps me save and use what I have already. So I feel like that's the one blessing in disguise, I guess, is that there's been some time, for better or for worse, for everybody to take a break. And I've really stopped in buying new makeup, but of course there's stuff that I do want, and just that collector in me is like, that looks pretty, and I can't resist. But it's not like, you know, any foundation, it's not stuff that I have countless versions of, so yeah, Let me know if you are excited for any of these things, if you're also gonna pick them up, or if you're skipping it until autumn and winter, where let's hope that stuff changes by then. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining me. Why am I blanking out? And subscribe if you would like to. Yeah. I'll see you in my next one, guys. Continue to take care, have a great day, and stay home. Bye, guys.